And now, the general weather around Alaska.
Well, we'll start off with the fire weather update here, put out by the Alaska Interagency Coordination Center. And for Thursday, July 17th, temperatures in the central and eastern interior will warm as a ridge rebuilds, drying out surface fuels again. Western regions continue to have cool and damp weather. The Copper River Basin, Tanana Valley, and Yukon Flats have kept areas of dry fuel. High pressure persists through the weekend, bringing warmer and drier weather to the central and eastern interior. There is a chance for some southwesterly, there is a chance for southwesterly flow to kick in early next week. And from there, taking a look at the fire danger graphic here, for tomorrow, the forecast, high fire danger in the Yukon Flats as usual. And then here along the lee side of the eastern Alaska Range, very high fire danger in that area. High fire danger there in the Copper River Basin. So from this graphic, moving to satellite imagery. Had a few clouds here streaming down into the southeast coast, mid and high level stuff there, but some partly to mostly sunny skies on down to the south there. And we have this low pressure area pulling northward here. It brought a weakening front up across the Kenai Peninsula today, and already at this time is already past Anchorage, moving through the Susitna Valley and continues to weaken with the heaviest precipitation in the south, Kodiak on up to Homer and into King Salmon area, picking about over half an inch in the last 24 hours. And some lighter amounts here along the southwest coast, Kuskokwim Delta, some of that into the southern Kuskokwim Valley, and some more clouds up over the western central Arctic coast and North Slope, and another low pressure area here out over the Bering Sea, right in this area, kind of developing another band of clouds here north of Adak, and then more clouds just to the south of the chain there. And the forecast for tonight, that development we saw south of the chain kind of links up with this main frontal boundary here. So we end up with an area of rain and breezy conditions from the eastern Aleutians, rain spreading into the Alaska Peninsula with that feature, and also spreading into the Pribilof Islands, then angling back to the northwest there across St. Matthew Island. Trough here in the southwest, remnants of that low that's pulling northward here, that really weakens into just a trough. So areas of light rain and showers, cloudy skies over the southwest part of the state. Improving here over south central Alaska, some lingering showers over the Talkeetna's northern Susitna Valley to about Denali Park. Otherwise dry over the central and northern interior areas here down to the eastern part of the state. Copper River Basin dry. Maybe some showers up there on the eastern Arctic coast as well as the west central Arctic coast. And the southeast coast may have a few light showers along the coastline there with some lower clouds. Otherwise, it stays dry. And for the forecast for tomorrow, dry for the Panhandle, some isolated showers possible in the around some areas there. But generally, it's going to be a pretty good day again there with dry conditions, light winds, and some sunshine. South central Alaska, higher pressure building in for some little bit more in the way of sunshine tomorrow than what we saw today, and a lot less in the way of shower activity. Scattered showers developing in the afternoon, maybe some isolated thunderstorms in the interior, otherwise partly to mostly sunny, highs in the 70s from the central interior eastward. Still a risk of a shower or two for the eastern Arctic coast, and could be a little bit of moisture here for the Chukchi Sea, Kivalina to Point Hope, Cape Lisburne possibly, but this system pushing rain across the Alaska Peninsula into Bristol Bay and up along the southwest coast there to Nunivak Island, with much drier conditions behind that system for the western Aleutians, and back into the showers from about Kiska to Shimya. And for Friday, low pressure, another system here in front of boundary develops here. Not really a big wind producer, more of a light rain producer, fog and IFR producer here from the northern Bering Sea southward, again spreading back into the eastern Aleutians and eventually the Alaska Peninsula later in the afternoon there. Kind of a break here along the southwest coast into Bristol Bay, but this trough here, kind of the remnants of this front as it moves inland, really weakens, left with this trough by Friday afternoon, with some showers in the Kuskokwim Valley up along the Yukon Delta, Norton Sound, southern Seward Peninsula, Some light rain continues here for Kodiak Island with the proximity of that low just off to the east-southeast there. And partly sunny to mostly cloudy in the interior with scattered showers. Dry for south central Alaska with partly sunny skies. Light winds everywhere in the Panhandle. Chalk up another dry, partly to mostly sunny day there with light wind conditions. And that'll probably continue into Saturday as well. Continued dry here for the southeast coast as well as all of southern Alaska here from Kodiak Island right into the interior. This trough axis right through here will be the focus for some convection of either scattered showers to widely scattered or isolated thunderstorms through this area. Dry to the north, dry to the south with a fair amount of sunshine. And storminess out over the Bering Sea looks like it's pretty much going to stay out in that area with the low center way back here in the northwest Bering and the front extending, trying to push some rain into St. Lawrence Island. Probably will make it into the Pribilofs for cloudy, drizzly, foggy weather there. That'll extend down to the eastern Aleutians. And for the lows tonight, 40s and 50s. All of the interior, Bering Sea in the 40s, Arctic coast, some areas dropping into the 30s. And for the southeast coast, everywhere in the 50s. Highs for tomorrow, 70 to 75, central part of the state eastward, 60s back to the west, 50s out toward the Bering Sea coastline, and Kodiak Island upper 50s, lower 70s in the Copper River Basin, 60s south central Alaska, and the Panhandle. Lows for Friday morning in the 30s for the north slope in the Arctic coast now. Utah-Gavit dropping a shade below the frost point there, looking at a low of 31. Otherwise, 40s and 50s again across much of the state, the entire state. And then highs on Friday afternoon. Got temperatures near 70 back in toward Ambler, 70 to 75 or so with for the central and eastern part of the state. And looking at temperatures still in the 60s. For south central Alaska, near 70 in the Copper River Basin, and in the 60s for the southeast coast.